Hello everybody and welcome to GIC Agents. So this is going to be more of let's have a video about something like that's already been established, more of something an opinion video, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyhow, basically this is going to be my idea for a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter crossover. This has been a crossover people have been wanting since the series, since the series debuted. You know, people love Street Fighter, then Mortal Kombat came around and people started loving Mortal Kombat, and then they're all like, why not put them together? And there's been a lot of talk, a lot of controversy, and just to point this out, this will likely not happen, because I think Capcom has even gone so far as to say, we have no intention of crossing over with Mortal Kombat, because Capcom is the company that kills dreams. I miss Mega Man, Capcom. Where's my Mega Man, huh? Too busy making, what is Capcom up to anyways? What is Capcom up to these days? Anyhow, I don't care. But anyhow, so, this is gonna be sort of some of my ideas for a crossover. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I thought it'd be something fun that I could share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Basically, one thing I'm thinking right off the bat, is obviously the games are very different in the aspects of, like, I guess the gruesomeness. The gruesome factor is basically what I'm going for, the environments. So what I'm thinking is, they're very different, in that aspect. So what I'm thinking is the game's plot could kind of be centered around sort of like a Mortal Kombat, versus DC Universe type thing, where their two universes are colliding together. And I'm thinking that could sort of be the same thing with this, like the Mortal Kombat universe and the Street Fighter universe are colliding together. And what I'm thinking, basically could happen is there'd be like two types of stages. There'd be Mortal Kombat stages, and there'd be Street Fighter stages. And the Mortal Kombat stages are what we're accustomed to, with all the gore and the fatalities and, all the death and stuff. While the Street Fighter stages are, what Street Fighter's like, with the bright, flashy colors and the KO and the I'm sorry, that probably sounded awful, but that's what I'm thinking that the Street Fighter stages will be like. So if you beat your enemy in a Mortal Kombat stage, you get the chance to use a fatality on them, and if you beat your enemy in a Street Fighter stage, you just knock them out. And I think that'd be a really cool way of going about it, and going about making the gore, not so bad. So if you don't exactly want to see all the gore, you can play a Street Fighter stage. If you definitely want to see the gore, play a Mortal Kombat stage, and that's your problem. And I thought a really cool thing to do would be like be able to enter a cheat that allows blood in like the Street Fighter stages, and allows blood and stuff in the Street Fighter stages, and then another cheat that does the opposite for the Mortal Kombat stages, that makes them all bright and colorful and has like the meters on the bottom and all the combos and stuff. I thought that would be a really cool way of balancing the two. Now obviously a game of this scale would the next thing I'm gonna move on to, a game of this scale would obviously, you need a considerably large character roster. What I'm thinking is just do it clean and do it even, and split the two in half. So like half Street Fighter characters, half Mortal Kombat characters, and I don't know how big of a roster it should be. I think it should maybe be something along the lines of like Street Fighter 4 or Mortal Kombat 9's character roster, so somewhere in that range. And have obviously the main characters: Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li. And I also think it'd be cool to have characters like Akuma and Shang Tsung, and just different characters like that. I'm not going to get too much into character roster because time is of the essence, but one thing I do want to mention character-wise is I would like to have really cool DLC characters from each series' respected companies. So what I'm thinking, Capcom owns Street Fighter, so Mega Man, which, let's be honest with ourselves, is never going to happen, but like Mega Man, like Zero, like Dante from Devil May Cry, just a bunch of characters like that, a bunch of Capcom characters that could be like additional DLC. And then I'm thinking it could be kind of like the opposite on Mortal Kombat's end. I know NetherRealm is doing all their stuff now, and all NetherRealm is really known for is Injustice and Mortal Kombat. And DC may lend the rights over, so maybe you have like Batman, or I mean, in all likelihood, they'll probably have Batman because that's a character everyone knows and everyone can associate with. I mean, I could kind of see like I could kind of see Superman, maybe Deathstroke. Deathstroke would be really cool, but probably Batman in all likelihood. But anyhow, I doubt that would happen. It'd be cool if it did, but likelihood, probably not. But what I'm thinking is, instead of, doing the company that owns Mortal Kombat now, go back a bit and go back to who originally did Mortal Kombat, Midway, right? That'd be really cool. And what I'm thinking is, they made Rampage. It's a pretty well-known arcade game, I guess. Some of you out there may know who it is, or who may know what it is. And if you do, I think George from Rampage would be awesome to have in there. I mean, just imagine, like, George from Rampage going off against, like, Scorpion, or Ryu, or Blanca, even. That'd just be, I don't know, it'd just be really cool in my mind. And, albeit there are many other characters from Rampage, from the Rampage games I'd rather have in there. Like, I'd actually prefer Lizzie, because that'd just be Godzilla, and she's basically Godzilla, that's awesome. But in all likelihood, they'd probably have George, because he's sort of the series poster boy. He's their sweet tooth, if you will. So in all likelihood, they'd probably have George. But I think that'd be really cool. A lot of what Midway has done has been games like NFL Blitz and NBA Jam. So I've actually thought of a really, like, just imagine like Shaq in a Mortal Kombat game, just dunking, and like his fatality is he just slams the basketball on them and crushes them with it. I just thought that'd be funny, but but that's definitely not gonna happen. But the only real game that I thought they could be cool that Midway was involved, that could be cool other than Rampage that Midway was involved with, was they made a Narc game for the PlayStation 2. It was like an advanced port of Narc, but it was basically a reboot of Narc. And I thought it'd be cool to have one of the officers from Narc as like a character in the game. So, like, I mean, you could do all sorts of cool stuff with the gunplay on that, and like the fatality could just be them mowing someone down with guns. Maybe they pull out like a heroin needle and inject them with it, and it like dazes them and confuses them. I think that could be really cool. I think there could be some really cool stuff done with like a character from Narc in the game. But anyhow, for the most part though, Midway, doesn't have that big of a library of characters. I mean, they're mostly well known for Mortal Kombat, but I do think like George from Rampage would be cool. And now obviously it'll have to be a scaled down George. That's another thing. You're obviously not gonna have like skyscraper destroying George who's the size of Godzilla or anything. You're obviously gonna have to shrink him down, maybe to like Goro's size or Blanca's size or something like that. But I think he'd be cool to have in there. Mega Man, which isn't gonna happen. Dante from Devil May Cry or something, which may happen. But yeah, for the most part, I think that would be that's just what I think about a Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat Street Fighter crossover. But I want to know what you guys think. So leave a comment down below about what you think would be a cool thing to have in the game, or maybe cool DLC characters to have in the game, because I can't really think of any on the Midway side. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys later.